Hello YouTube and welcome back to Let's Play Bloons Tower Defense 5 Deluxe Edition. It has been quite a while since I've played this game, so I'm probably going to be a little rusty, although I've been playing some Bloons Tower Defense games somewhat recently. So let's get back into this. Now, I said I was going to wait until I was done with Bloons Wiki 2 in order to get back to this, but I'm just going to go ahead and do it now, because I feel like it. So let's see, where did I leave off? I guess I'm doing the hard mode, or hard versions of all these tracks, and made it pretty far, actually. Wow. Oh, great. I'm doing it on Switch. This level. I sort of have a history with this level. It was the first level that I played or made a video about, I suppose. It was the first video that I made of Bloons Tower Defense 5 Deluxe Edition, and it was the one that I did without commentary, and I failed, and I lost, and I don't know why I uploaded it, because one, it had no commentary, and two, I lost. So why would I upload that? I have no idea. But anyways, this is going to be my first, like, reintroduction, sort of like a Season 2, I suppose, of Bloons Tower Defense 5 Deluxe Edition, so it should be nice, or interesting, or something, I don't know. But let's see how well I do, because I don't think I've played this on hard, or at least if I have, it's been a long time since I've done it. So I'm not entirely sure what my strategy will be going into this. Obviously, starting off, I'm using a Ninja Monkey, just because it has really good, straightforward firing, popping ability, and of course I missed two Bloons right there. I'm sure I could have used road spikes, or maybe just done something a little different, maybe place. If I had realized that's where the Bloons were going to be, I might have lowered the Ninja Monkey down in this corner to help it get that, or help it pop those Bloons or something. But then up here, it would have missed those Bloons or whatever. Could have placed some Dart Monkeys, probably, possibly, I don't know. But anyways, this is definitely not going to be a no lives lost kind of thing. And oh yeah, I just realized, I said that the next time I post a Bloons Tower Defense 5 Deluxe Edition video, I was going to make it a viewer challenge. So I guess that's kind of out the window, I suppose. Already wrong about that, but I could obviously just stop this recording and then go do a viewer challenge, but one, that'd be more work than I feel like doing. Two, I'm kind of on a time constraint. Not really, I have enough time, but there is sort of a time constraint to recording this episode. And also, it's just been so long, and kind of the reason why I'm doing this now, rather than waiting until I'm completely done with Bloons Wiki 2, because there's still a few more episodes of that, and I probably will post those within the next month or two. But for the moment, I kind of need a break from Bloons Wiki 2, and I know that I usually don't really care about whether or not people are watching my videos. Obviously, it does help if people are watching the videos, and I do enjoy it when people comment. But I try not to let my viewer count, like my view count, determine what I'm doing, because I don't want to be, like, dictated by how many people are watching, I guess, if that makes sense. I don't want to start, like, doing things just because I want people to watch or something like that. But I have noticed that I wasn't really getting that many views on, or not as many, because I don't get that many anyways, but I was getting less views on my Bloons Wiki 2 videos since I've been doing the power set badges, and then pretty much no views on Hearthstone. So I'm definitely going to take a break from Hearthstone, if not stop it entirely, just because no one's watching that. I'll probably still play it off screen just because I enjoy it, but probably not going to make any more videos of that. And like I said, kind of taking a break from Bloons Wiki 2 because, again, less people are watching it because of the power set badges. It's kind of watching the same thing over and over again, so there's no real need to keep putting out more videos of that, I guess, at the moment, or at least not as frequently as I was doing. And I'm still probably going to be on a break still from Bloons Monkey City and Bloons Tower Defense Battles and the other two games that I was playing, just because when I was playing those games, I started feeling that I was just doing the same thing over and over again, and I was getting kind of frustrated, felt like I was kind of stuck in a rut, kind of. So that's why it wasn't really as fun for me to play it, so it probably wasn't as fun for you to watch it. Although that is kind of just my own opinion. I wasn't actually paying much attention to the actual, like, view count or whatever. But anyways, so that's basically just my explanation for why I'm playing Bloons Tower Defense 5 Deluxe Edition. And let's see, I need to do something, because these are going to be taking over. This is going to be round 16. I could probably survive another round or two. Obviously, I've got 292 lives, because I've still got some deluxe upgrades on. So I'm sure I'll be fine. It's just not sure what I want to do, like what buildings I want to go from here. I do need lead popping because of round 27, although that is going to be a while, so I guess I could wait, but I should probably get something else. And of course, missing a couple more Bloons. I mean, I've only lost 9 lives, 9 Bloons or whatever, so it's not a huge deal, but Would be nice if I could stop losing lives. Let's see, I think... probably a bad idea. I'm pretty sure it is a bad idea, but I'm going to get 2 ninjas right here just to help out with a little bit of extra popping power. It's not that much, and it's kind of not cost efficient, cost inefficient, I suppose. But just placing those there because they're better than dart monkeys, that's for sure. But I would like to get Bloons Jitsu, but that's going to be a while. And I do have the Monkey Tycoon, so I can sell these for the same amount of money that I bought them for, which means that at the moment I'm going to get these guys a little more upgraded, just to be sure that I'm able to survive these couple rounds. I mean, obviously, again, I'm going to survive. It's not going to be that bad, but just to make sure I don't lose that many more lives until I can get the whatchamacallit, why am I blanking on the name? The Bloons Jitsu Master. Now this is 975 and 13, that's like 22, plus that, about 28, it's close, but at the moment, round 27, actually, you know what, I think I'm wrong about this, but this is going to be a nice tower to put anyways. Going to use a bomb tower to help out because I think that's going to be the lead. Nope, it's going to be the long streams of balloons, but the cluster bomb is helpful with that as well, so not a huge deal. Then it's 28, that's the lead balloons, and then 29 is some other random, I think, regrow balloons, and then round 30 is going to be more lead balloons. So I did need lead popping, which is important, so that's why I was getting the cannon, the bomb tower thing. And then, okay, not regrow, or at least not yet, a bunch of yellows. Let's see, I need to remember this one. It's just a bunch of yellows and then a bunch of pink regrows. So yeah, there were some regrows there. But anyways, then there's a couple more lead balloons. Basically like a harder version of the round 28, I suppose. And then after round 30, the next important wave that I need to take care of is 42. So let's see, you can get Bloons Jitsu Master on that. And might as well get a Monkey Apprentice. I don't usually use Monkey Apprentices. As you may know if you've been following my video series of this, my Bloons Wiki 5 Deluxe Edition series or whatever. So I don't really use Monkey Apprentices as often, obviously, but right now I think I want to use them more for the whatchamacallit, why am I blanking on the name? The tornado. That will knock the balloons back towards the beginning of the tower, or beginning of the track. And then also they do have lead popping. So that's pretty useful when you're using Ninja Monkeys. And the Bloons Jitsu Master is pretty good. Obviously, it's not invincible, but round 33, that's when the next camo balloons appear. And one Bloons Jitsu Master is more than enough to take care of that. And I'm going to get the Monkey Sense just because it'll help for round 42 when there's more camo balloons. And I think round 39 or 38 also has a couple camo balloons. I think it's some camo whites. So they're not that big a deal. I think Bloons Jitsu should be enough, but also having the Monkey Apprentice will be helpful as well. Now let's see, I kind of want to put down a Spike Factory, but Spike Factories aren't very good on this stage because the track splits about halfway through the middle of the track. If I was doing this on reverse, then the Spike Factory would work great down here at the back, which actually, now that I think about it, I probably should have used reverse because that would have made things easier a little bit. But anyways, let's see, you're going to get Summon Whirlwind in a second, which, like I said, will be helpful in knocking back the balloons, come on, at the round end, and then it'll be helpful for knocking back the balloons towards the beginning of the track. And I've got the deluxe upgrade for Tiny Twisters, or Tiny Tornadoes, or whatever they're called, which makes those 3 extra tornadoes appear to knock back a couple more balloons. But I can't really see that if they're actually doing anything. It's kind of hard to tell, but it's just helpful for getting the balloons, like I've already said, back towards the beginning of the track, because round 37 is when there's some camo whites, but obviously that wasn't a big deal for my Bloons Jitsu Master. So, like I've already said, round 42 is going to be some rainbow regrows and some camo rainbows. So I should, man, I'm still losing lives. I mean, again, it's only 20, but still, it bothers me when I still lose lives after so many rounds. So now, I should get some anti-Moab, so I'm going to get a bomb tower, because why not? I'm going to make it a Moab Mauler, even though at this point there's still plenty of time, still like 7 more rounds. So actually, because of that, I'm actually not going to get the Moab Mauler right now. Let's buy a Ninja Monkey, because I'm still losing lives. Although, I only lost 1, so it's actually not as bad as I thought it was. It looked like a lot of balloons that made it past, but gonna get this Ninjutsu Monkey in a second. Come on, almost there. But just gonna get this to help out with some popping power, because the ninjas, specifically the Bloons Masters, are really good at just popping normal balloons. The only real weakness is lead balloons and just bigger Moab class balloons. Although if you have like 10 Bloons Masters, then that can take down Moab class balloons pretty well. Until you get to like round 85 or something. Well, yeah, and round 85, but like the really high tiered level balloons that are like super incredibly hard or whatever. But anyways, I could use the old trick with the Monkey Village and the Monkey Tycoon to get some more money. However, I don't think I'm going to, although, still losing lives. Still only round 43. I'm going to get a Dartling Gun, just because I feel like it. And that'll be helpful right here, just some extra popping power. And especially right here, because it's just one long, well, not really that long, but one solid path that you can just shoot down, which is pretty nice. But, what am I saying? I don't need to buy the Bloontonium Darts, the second tier right side upgrade, because that's just for popping lead, and I've already got the Monkey Apprentice for popping lead, so I don't need to worry about that, and I don't really need to worry about upgrading it anymore. But let's see, because, well, yeah, I'm going to get rid of the Disciple of Air, the Monkey Apprentice, after this round, because this is round 45. I don't even need the Dartling Gun. I'm going to sell this as well, which is probably a bad idea, but, you know, because this is going to be round 46, so just going to get that, going to get this Balloon Chipper, raise it up to a super wide funnel, because this is going to be the Moab Mauler, like I said, or not the Moab Mauler, the Moab class balloon, and that's all there is on that track. So 2 Bloons Masters, it's more than enough, and now there's not going to be a Moab Mauler, or again, a Moab on that stage, or on this next track. So I'm actually going to get a Dartling Gun with the Bloontonium Darts and the laser upgrade, specifically the laser upgrade, because that's going to have better pierce and better attack power, or attack speed on this straight path, which is going to be pretty helpful. And then I need the Bloontonium Darts, because without the Bloontonium Darts, the lasers still can't pop lead, which is kind of lame. But with the Bloontonium Darts, obviously the laser will be able to pop lead and cancel that problem, I suppose. And I don't normally do a lot of this selling and redistributing the money and everything, but because I have the Monkey Tycoon, that means that I gain as much money as I bought for the tower when I sell it, if that makes sense. I sell it for the same amount that I bought it, so I don't lose any money when I sell it. It's a very helpful deluxe upgrade for when you're doing stuff like this, where you're just sort of trying to be flexible with your plan, because I really did not have a very strong plan going into this. And I'm already thinking of ways I could have done this better, but I'm not entirely sure. So right now I'm using the Bloons Masters to help out with any balloons that I'm missing. I'm slowing down. I'm turning off fast forward just for a second so that I can try to move the Dartling Gun to actually catch those balloons. Alright, so I've got 10,000 cash, which is really nice. But it's obviously still a bunch of balloons right here, so I need to keep my Dartling Gun focused on them. Now there's going to be some more Moabs, so let's just buy another Balloon Chipper, and that should take care of any Moab class balloons. And then I've also got this Dartling Gun laser cannon to help out as well. So that's pretty much all I need to get past round 50, but this is hard, so I'm going all the way to round 85. And Balloon Chipper, I'm just going to keep it there because I don't know, like from this point on, I don't know specifically when any what's called Moabs or Moab class balloons appear. I do know that around 30, or not 30, round 60 there's a BFB, and then round 65 there's some more Moabs and BFBs, and round 64 there's a bunch of Moabs. But aside from those, I think the Moabs just sort of appear random, not necessarily randomly, but just sort of sporadically, which I guess is pretty similar to random, I guess, I don't know. But anyways, for this second Dartling Gun that I bought, instead of using the laser cannon, I'm going to go for the Balloon Aerial Denial System, the BADS, the missiles, the right side upgrade, because those have a bit of an area of effect explosion damage thing, so that'll be helpful with getting rid of clumps of balloons rather than just sort of piercing through the streams, which I guess they both kind of work similar on this track in particular, just because of the straightforwardness of the track, I suppose. But I prefer the explosions generally for area of effect, clump busting type of stuff. And you may have noticed that I'm not using any boomerang throwers, which I usually use, and I have the specialty building for. And on this track in particular, I wouldn't really use boomerang throwers because there's not that much track. It's only about half or maybe a third of the track that's really a straightforward line where you can use a lot of the boomerang throwers. And I like to pop everything before the track splits because I'm really bad at splitting my defenses evenly to pop all the balloons on each side. Plus, on this stage, that core center timepiece thing, little pipes, when they move, that's what's determining which way the balloons go. So I'd rather just pop everything before that point so I don't have to worry about whether or not the balloons are going to be on one side or the other. Now with Monkey Tycoon, if I wanted to, I could just mirror my defenses on either side, and then when that pipe switches so that the balloons will only move on one side, like right now, they'll only go down, then I could just, with Monkey Tycoon, sell all the towers that are on top and then place them on the bottom, or upgrade the towers on the bottom, or whatever, to strengthen my defense on both sides, or whatever. So that would be kind of cool. That'd be a nice idea, I suppose, but obviously not something I'm doing at the moment, because it's not entirely necessary, because my Dartling guns are totally destroying everything, and my balloon shipper is taking care of any Moab class balloons. And this is going to be a camo lead thing, so my Bloons Jutsu Masters, my Ninja Monkeys, they were really only necessary for camo balloons, and while there is going to be some camo balloons, they're going to be camo lead, so I don't need to worry about them. And some of you may be thinking to yourself, well, actually one I'm thinking right now, I have 12,000 cash, why don't I buy more defenses? But right now these three Dartling guns and the balloon shipper are really all I need. But you might also be wondering why I'm building the Bloontonium darts on the two other, oh yeah, it's around 60, didn't even realize that. But the Bloontonium darts on the other laser cannon when I don't need it. The reason I don't need it is because the other two Dartling guns, the laser cannon and the rocket, those are useful for popping through lead because they're good at popping through lead, I guess. But the third one that I just bought with the Bloontonium darts, I don't really need Bloontonium darts on it because the other two Dartling guns are going to be able to pop through lead easily. Even the balloon shipper can pop through lead. So I don't really need Bloontonium darts on it, but because I've got 20,000 cash almost, I don't really mind that I spent an extra 1,000 on it. So yeah, let's see. So with my almost 20,000 cash, I think I'm going to build some more balloon shippers, and let's see which hotkey is it. I'm not even gonna bother. What is it? Oh, it's a semicolon. Why is it a semicolon? But gonna buy some more balloon shippers and set them to strongest so that I can use them to deal with any Moab class balloons, and those cost about 10,000, about 10 or 8,000 cash each. And oh wow, I totally forgot about that round, round 63. I did not realize it was going to be that bad. Okay, so I just lost a bunch of lives, and that's because I was not paying attention to what round it was. And round 63 is pretty bad, or pretty dangerous, just because of how powerful all the massive clump of ceramic balloons are. So to better defend myself against that, I should have swapped out my laser cannons for the rockets, because that area of effect is really useful for dealing with these clumps. The piercing is pretty useful as well, but I think the area of effect is a little better in this situation. So I still lost a couple lives. I really lost a bunch of lives, but alright, so let's see. To help deal with that, you can also buy an Arctic Wind Ice Tower. Obviously this is not an Arctic Wind yet. A regular Ice Tower will also be helpful, but an Arctic Wind would be even better, because then not only do balloons move slower when they're near the Arctic Wind, but then they'll also be frozen, which will give more time to pop them. Plus, once they've been frozen, then with permafrost, they'll stay slower even after they've been popped. So that's really helpful. But aside from that, not really sure what else I could have done. Obviously, Boomerang Thrower with the Glaive Ricochet, that would have been pretty helpful. Bomb Thrower with the Stun would have been really helpful. Glue Gunner, if there was a lot of them and they had the right upgrades, they'd be helpful. Super Monkey obviously would have been nice. Not incredibly amazing, but would have been helpful. So yeah, gonna get Arctic Wind just to help make sure that round 63 does not happen again, because I think on round 76 there's another, it's like a regrow ceramic clump that's really powerful if you're not ready for it. So I'm just gonna keep that Arctic Wind up there for that kind of protection. Really glad I survived that and I didn't have to use monkey money to continue, because I do not want to restart this whole entire thing. So anyways, with these three, what are they called, balloon chippers, that's going to be pretty helpful for getting rid of any Moab class balloons. On round 84, no, not 84, round 64, there was quite a few Moabs, just regular Moabs, and maybe it is on round 84 as well, I don't remember, but with like 8 or 10 Moabs, having 2 or 3 balloon chippers might be enough, I don't remember. If it already passed, obviously it was enough, but having a lot of Moabs, or even a lot of BFBs, can be a bit of a problem for balloon chippers, because even though they can just totally destroy one, it does take up a bit of time. So when the Moabs are really close together, it can be really hard to actually destroy all of them. But anyways, round 69, it looks like it's a bunch of regrow ceramics, but not very closely packed together, so it's not that bad. Now round 70, in my opinion, it's a really easy round because it's just a whole bunch of rainbow camo balloons. So it's kind of like free cash if you have decent enough defenses. If you can pop rainbow balloons and you have camo detection, you're fine. So obviously this is fine. I'm just totally destroying them. It just takes a while. Obviously, like I said, it's kind of like free money because of just how much it is. And oh look, there's a bunch of Moabs at the end, so forgot about those. But obviously not a big deal because my defenses were more than enough to destroy them. And also, in case you were wondering, I also have the deluxe upgrade for Big Balloon Sabotage, which means that all the Moab class balloons come in at half health, which is pretty helpful. I think it also halves the time that the Moabs spend in the balloon chipper. Although when a BFB that is comes in at half health, when it pops into Moabs that are not at half health, they're at full health. I think that should be how it works. So yeah, just throwing that in there for no reason. Alright, so we've got about almost 12,000 cash again, around 73. Might as well build up another Dartling gun with the rocket upgrade, the right side upgrade. Oops, come on, there we go. Alright, so just having that up, I had like 436 cash left, which is pretty nice. So now I've got 2 of the rockets and 2 of the laser cannons. Pretty good combo, I'd say. The laser cannons more for the piercing and the attack speed, and then the rockets more for area of effect explosion-y stuff. And one thing to mention about the rockets is that they're able to pop black balloons and zebra balloons because of their sharpened points or whatever, which is pretty interesting because they're, I think, the only explosions that are able to pop black and black and zebra balloons. There might be others that are able to, but I don't remember. And they're kind of, well, no, I was gonna say they're one of the only ones that can pop lead balloons and black and zebra balloons, but pretty much all things that pop lead can also pop black and zebra, except for bombs. Excuse me, and then maybe the wizards. I think their fireball can pop black and zebra balloons, but I'm not entirely sure. I don't think I've actually tested that. So anyways, round 75, not a big deal. Now next is going to be a whole bunch of ceramic balloons, and let's see how they do. The balloons did not do very well. They were stopped by the Arctic wind, which I'm going to upgrade now to Viral Frost just because I like the way the Viral Frost monkey looks rather than the Arctic Wind, which I like to call the Arctic Frost just because it sounds a little cooler. Cooler in my opinion. But anyways, here's a bunch of Moabs that, let's see, I'm just slowing it down so I have better reaction time. Just getting rid of those. Alright, so it wasn't a big deal. They started to scare me because they started to split before I was able to pop them, which would have been really bad for the Dartling guns because they have to follow where my mouse is, so they're not able to really pop both sides as well. It's really up to me how well they do that, but anyways, let's see. I want to buy something because I've got 3,898, but I'm not going to because I want to buy a Super Monkey, and that costs a lot more than 3,898, which is not that much more. It's only about 3,000 or 4,000 more, but anyways, wow, that was a lot of balloons that I wasn't even paying attention to. So round 78, there's a bunch of balloons. You should keep track of that. Although I'm pretty sure if your defenses were able to get up to 78, they should be able to defend against 78. Just, you know, depending on what your defenses are, obviously. But anyways, I do want to get a Super Monkey just because that'd be great. Really helpful at the moment. And I do remember there was someone, I forgot their username, but someone was saying that I should get to like round 90 or like 87 or something, because those are harder than round 85, and I agree with you, those are harder. But for the sake of this episode, and oh wow, that's a lot of balloons piercing through. Dang it, I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to survive this just because there's so many. But no, losing a couple lives, and dang it, round 78, man. So I'm going to continue. And let's try another. Oh, that's why, because my ice tower doesn't have camo detection. So let's use a monkey village with bigger beacon, which is why it's such a huge range. And camo, and might as well get monkey intelligence bureau, because that'll help the ice tower also pop, or also freeze the white and zebra balloons. So now round 78. That's why it seemed like, oh yeah, that was nothing, because the Arctic Frost was able to help with that. But then on the next one, there's a bunch of camo ceramics, which my Arctic Frost did not have camo detection, so that's why I didn't do very well, and that's why I lost that round. That round. So yeah, just gotta keep that in mind. Camo detection is pretty helpful, specifically on these harder stages. And monkeys like the Arctic Wind, or the Arctic Frost, or the Ice Tower, whatever you want to call it, those really need camo detection once you get up to these rounds because of moments like these, where it's just a bunch of balloons, bunch of camo balloons, and still a couple got through, but obviously, or got past that little point, but they didn't actually finish the run or whatever. So yeah, that's pretty interesting. I like how I kind of ate my own words, and I was like, oh yeah, if you get up to 78, you should be able to pass 78, but then obviously I got up to 78 and I lost in 78, so yeah, so that's interesting. But anyways, it's going to be round 79, obviously. Pretty easy, although again, I probably shouldn't say that's easy until I've already beaten it, because, you know, something unexpected could happen. Although now that my Arctic Frost has camo detection, then it should be pretty easy from here on out. I shouldn't have to worry too much about anything. The Moab class balloons aren't a huge deal because the balloon chippers are able to pop through a lot of them, and any that the balloon chippers can't handle, the Dartling guns should be able to pop pretty well. Excuse me. And you know what? Just to be safe, actually, hold on, sell that. Put it within the range, right about here. Just to be safe, I'm going to, oops, not that one. Come on. Put it right about there. Give it the Moab Shredder Spikes upgrade, because that will help put out some spikes that are good against Moab class balloons. And obviously they're going to be a little bit overrun by regular balloons, not necessarily only Moab class balloons. So it's kind of lame. It's probably kind of a bit of a waste. But then also the activate ability will be kind of helpful for getting rid of them. And on round 85, when it's just going to be the ZOMG, then putting out those spikes will be pretty helpful. Because I'm not entirely sure how it works when, because the ZOMG can be sucked up by the balloon chipper. It just takes like 4 times, or maybe 2 times, because it's at half health. So it should be pretty easy to get rid of that, but I don't know. It should at least be helpful to have the spike factory there. Not entirely sure how helpful. It's not going to be ideal. And you know what? Even as I'm saying this, I'm just going to sell this and build a super monkey, just because. And I'm going to build it up towards a technological terror, although it's not at technological terror yet. Might as well go with plasma vision, because I'm probably not going to have enough money to get the technological terror by the time that I get to around 85. And once I get to around 85, I'm actually going to sell my Monkey Intelligence Bureau, because I don't really need its upgrades. It'll be helpful because it increases my attack range and my attack speed, but it's not going to be useful, or not going to be necessary, because there's not going to be any camo balloons on that stage. And hopefully with the cash that I get from that, I'll be able to upgrade my Robo Monkey into a Technological Terror, which will be pretty helpful. And I'll also sell the Arctic Frost if I need to, in order to get the Technological Terror, which I think I will need to. And even possibly one of my Dartling guns, because having Technological Terror will be very helpful when dealing with the ZOMG, because its activated ability will be able to just destroy a certain layer, a certain amount of the ZOMG. I think it completely destroys Moabs, and possibly even completely destroys whatchamacallit, even destroys why am I blanking on the name? The BFBs. Those are also potentially destroyable with the activated ability. But anyways, just pulling out another balloon chipper, because that will be helpful with getting rid of the 4 BFBs. But then once all 4 BFBs are destroyed, then that's 16 Moabs, which I'm not even going to need the activated ability for. So yeah, got 900 monkey money, although I spent 200 on continuing, so that's only 700 monkey money total, or a net gain. Starting is 4,611. Were there any deluxe upgrades? No, I got all the deluxe upgrades. Oh no, except hotter cooldowns. But I don't really need that one. Not going to worry about that. So my next priority, I suppose, is going to be getting more of these specialty buildings. And the first one that I want to get, because I don't think I've ever actually completed this specialty building, is the Pirate Cove. And upgrade again, and oh, look at that, I completed it. That's pretty easy, obviously, because I had a bunch of money, and I probably wasted that, because my next one was Mount Magma. I'm not going to need Buccaneers on that. Lightning Scar, I'll probably use the Magic, the Apprentices on that, and then the Downstream, that one I'm going to need Buccaneers for. So anyways, that's going to be it for this episode. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.